10 wrestlers Roman Reigns surprisingly never faced in a major match. Roman Reigns has been the face of the WWE for quite some time, with the start of his push coming in 2015 when he won the Royal Rumble and went on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31. Since then, Roman has become a Grand Slam champion, holding every title possible in the promotion, winning the Rumble as mentioned, and main eventing numerous WrestleMania events. With such a list of achievements, it might be surprising to hear that there are more than a few wrestlers who have never gotten the chance to face Roman in a major match. Other than multi-man situations like the Royal Rumble, the Elimination Chamber, or a Survivor Series tag team match, these names have yet to face Roman Reigns in a major PPV match. While it doesn't seem too shocking to hear that a match between Austin Theory and Roman Reigns has never happened with where Austin Theory sits on the card as of late, it did seem more feasible a few years ago as Austin Theory was behind a massive push, even winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. Theory was chasing after Roman and the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at Money in the Bank and Clash at the Castle, with both attempts being thwarted before he could cash in. This saw Theory instead go after Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley for the United States title, while giving up on Roman. When Karrion Kross made his return to the WWE in the summer of 2022, he quickly went after Drew McIntyre, while also somewhat getting involved with the Scottish Warriors feud against Roman Reigns at Clash at the Castle. It seems there were plans for a match between these two to happen, but it never materialized, with Kross and Reigns both going on to feud with different people. Kross and Reigns are both members of the SmackDown brand, but with WrestleMania nearing and Roman making fewer and fewer appearances in the promotion, a match doesn't seem to be on the cards. Of course, the Bloodline story has not called for Roman and Solo to go against each other, but it could happen at some point. Roman has had the honor of fighting everyone that has been a part of the Bloodline. Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber, Jey and Jimmy at Money in the Bank, and G again at SummerSlam. Whenever this story finishes, it doesn't seem unlikely that Solo will receive a decent enough push for his work, with the man having already scored a victory over John Cena at Crown Jewel. A match between Solo and Roman doesn't seem far off as WWE laid some seeds for this story during the summer. While this can seem like an odd pick, Mark Henry and Roman Reigns did have their fair share of matches against each other, but never received a major PPV match. Roman went up against some of the biggest members of the WWE roster, such as Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, and The Big Show. Mark Henry was just the one left out of a PPV payday with Reigns. It seemed possible as well, with Roman being pushed as hard as he was in 2015, that a match with Henry could make him look strong. The closest they ever got was the 2016 and 2017 Royal Rumble, where they both participated in the match. While researching these two, it was surprising to see the amount of times Chris Jericho and Roman Reigns were on a team together. Night of Champions 2015 and Survivor Series 2016 were two of the 3 times they were in a PPV match together, Royal Rumble 2017 being the other, and both matches saw them on the same team. Also interesting to note was that during their feud over the United States Championship, all of their matches happened on Raw. Roman defended the belt a couple of times against Jericho, before losing it in a handicap match involving Kevin Owens. Another name that Roman Reigns feuded with on Raw was The Miz, but again, to some shock, they never fought at a PPV. The closest they came was at the 2018 Elimination Chamber when Roman became the #1 contender for the Universal title. These two had a feud similar to Reigns and Jericho 2 years prior, but now over the Intercontinental Championship. All of their matches took place on Raw or live shows, never once on a PPV. The Miz did share some kind words about his former rival recently, however. Fans wanted to see Shinsuke Nakamura get a chance at Roman Reigns' title after WrestleMania 38, but plans never seemed to line up, and the closest these two ever got to a match recently was a dark match on SmackDown in 2022. On top of that, these two have only shared the ring with each other a total of 9 times. The biggest match between them was when Roman challenged Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship on the October 18, 2019 episode of SmackDown. The League of Nations was a thorn in Roman Reigns' back for most of 2015 and the start of 2016 while Roman was attempting to capture his first WWE Championship. Roman accomplished this feat at Survivor Series 2015 before Sheamus cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase, taking the belt from Reigns. Every member of the League of Nations got to face Roman one-on-one at a PPV throughout their career, except one person, Wade Barrett. The two fought a handful of times, with Barrett even scoring a few wins over Reigns via multi-man handicap matches, but never got that singles match against him other than on Raw and SmackDown. Now this encounter is odd as they decided to have a Hell in a Cell match against each other on the June 18, 2021 episode of SmackDown. But that is still to date their biggest match as they never faced each other at a PPV. The match took place 2 days before the Hell in a Cell PPV that year as well, and just seemed like they could have had it there instead. Otherwise, these two have had multiple tag matches featuring Dominic Mysterio and the Usos, and a short feud on some house shows, including a match in Mexico where Reigns retained his championships against Mysterio. The idea of Roman Reigns fighting his cousin has been talked about practically ever since Roman arrived in the WWE. Roman and The Rock have barely even been on the same show as each other and even less shared a ring. Dwayne Johnson put a video on YouTube where he spoke about the concept of a match between the two of them and joked about trading wins and WrestleMania. This is a match that fans have been begging for over the years and still has a chance of happening at some point. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.